Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a before and after makeover of my dining room, including all the renovations I've done since we moved in and a bonus lounge tour. So let's jump right into all the details in the dining room. Let's take you on a really quickie tour of the space and I'll talk you through all the renovations that I've done. When we purchased the home, the dining room was divided in half. There was a huge wall dividing the two rooms. One side was a dining room and the other side was a home office. The first thing I knew I had to do was break down and demo these walls so that I could create one expansive dining room space. Le Hubs and I entertain a lot, so I think it's really important for you to figure out, number one, how you live, number two, how you want the spaces to function, and number three, what your personal style is. After we demoed these walls, I knew that I wanted to create one large dining room anchored by one huge custom-made dining table. Of course, we were on a budget, so I scoured my absolute faves. Craigslist, eBay, vintage consignment shops, antique stores. Any way that I was able to save money, I did. We totally scored and found this beautiful gold 12-foot dining table on Craigslist in Beverly Hills. I made Le Hubs drive with me all the way up there with a huge van. We went to go look at it and it was even more stunning in person. One of my favorite things about this cool dining table is not only is it on casters, which is wheels, so that I can move it in and out of the space just in case we have different functions. But the coolest thing about it is that the entire table is made up of 4 separate pieces with brackets so that I could divide the table up into smaller sections. Isn't that cool? Let's talk about seating. I love to look for transitional pieces that can work in any space. These dining chairs were also another Craigslist find, but they aren't your typical dining chairs. They're actually office chairs that I reupholstered in this really beautiful leopard velvet fabric. And the thing I love best about it is that these are on wheels as well. Not only do I get to swivel around, but Team J-Kit also uses this space as our makeshift office. Instead of traditional dining chairs, I found this really beautiful sofa at my local consignment shop. I had it reupholstered, so I had a fun mix of prints and patterns in signature J-Kit style. I flanked this baby up against the wall, and not only is it most guests' favorite place to sit, it just makes the dining room look that much cozier. As you can see, my dining room isn't that huge, but a designer's trick to make small spaces seem even larger is put larger pieces of furniture in it in the perfect scale and proportion for the space, layer your lighting, and of course, add mirrors to reflect all that beautiful light. These bookcases were a custom project that I personally DIY'd myself. Before, it was really basic espresso wood laminate bookcases that I found, you guessed it, off Craigslist. I actually reupholstered it in vinyl myself and added really cool brass brackets at the corners just for a designer's finishing touch. Instead of using it as a bookcase, on the dining room side, I actually use it as a makeshift bar, a makeshift sideboard, and just a place to kind of keep all of my decorative items. On the lounge side, I use it to store all of my throws and pillows and blankets just in case we watch TV or want to lounge on the sofa and get cozy. In order to not make your space look like a mishmash of like thrifted items, it's always a great idea to invest in one designer piece. The investment we made in this dining room was this really beautiful beaded mirror that I found off of Horchow. If you've ever been on the site, I'll link it below. I mean, Horchow is not cheap. They carry really beautiful high-end designer items, but there's always sales going on, so definitely make sure to hit up those sales when there's a holiday coming up. You can see in the space that the ceiling height is not even that high. Since I'll never walk right underneath the pendant lights with a dining table underneath, it's a really great idea to drop in a beautiful chandelier and also have a secondary source of lighting like recessed lights that you can put everything on dimmers and set the mood no matter what the occasion. This method will allow you to control the amount of lighting you get in the space, really cool, warm, ambient lighting for dinner parties, or really general task lighting when you're using the space as an office. I know it's not the most traditional thing to have a lounge right next to your formal dining room, but this is your house. You design and decorate it according to how you see fit. The previous owners had a makeshift home office and library that was relegated on this side of the wall. I knew I wanted to create a cozy lounge space that was right off the dining room, just in case we were entertaining different groups on the same day. You could use this space for the kids to watch TV while the adults dine, or a space to have after-dinner desserts and coffee. I scored this velvet lounge sofa at my local consignment shop, and I placed it on the rear end of the wall. I flanked it with this really beautiful antique buffet that I put all of my dishware and plates in. Clearly my home is super eclectic with this very Hollywood Regency style. I love brass finishes, a mix of patterns, and a ton of color. I've been living with some of these art pieces in my home for quite a while now. It's been probably about 3 or 4 years, and it's time for a change. So definitely give this video a thumbs up if you want to see how I swap some of these paintings and pictures in a future video. You know I love to live in a modern bungalow, so greenery is a perfect accessory to finish the space. A key tip when designing any space is to decorate with things that you absolutely love. This cowhide metallic rug has been with me for almost a decade now. It's gone from my mom's house to my LA apartment, and now it sits to anchor this beautiful lounge space. Thank you so much for watching the before and after of my dining room makeover. If you guys have any questions when it comes to renovating your space, how to pick furniture when it comes to your dining room, or how to shop key pieces on a low budget, please drop me a line below in the comments. I always check it and I'll always answer you. If you like this type of content, please give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe to my design channel. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See you in the next one.